Hey guys, it's Megan or Simply Riddling, and today I'm going to do something that I usually don't really do on my channel, and I'm going to do a DIY video. I was really excited to do this because I've always wanted to attempt making a Minecraft sword out of perler beads, but I kind of never got around to it. This is what I'm going to be showing you how to make. It is a Minecraft sword made out of perler beads. I really love this project because it is super cheap. It does not cost a lot of money. It's great for either like a wall decoration, or you can do what I'm going to do with it, and I'm just going to keep it with me in case any zombies or creepers or skeletons attack me, because then I'll be able to defend myself. So I am going to show you how I made this now. To make our Minecraft sword, you are going to need some supplies. Fortunately, most of them are very inexpensive or easy to find. The first thing you're going to need is this pattern that I created myself on perby.com. I really love this website because you can make pretty much any design that you can think of, and it gives you an exact count of how many different color beads you're going to need. I'll put a download link in the description to the exact pattern that I used, that I created myself, so that you guys can follow it too. Perler beads are pretty basic. You basically just want to have your pattern and look at it and copy it with the beads, pretty much. So it's a very simple thing to do. The next thing you're going to need is a pegboard. I have 6 connectable pegboards, and the space on here is more than enough for the sword. You can buy these at craft stores or online for really cheap. The next thing you will need are your perler beads, of course. This tub I have here is from Hobby Lobby. It has 11,000 beads in it, and it was only $12. Colors wise, we are going to need 153 of a darker blue, 144 of a lighter blue, 36 of a darker brown, and 27 of a lighter brown. You're also going to need 396 black beads. It's handy to keep your colors separated. I like to use cups, as you can see here, plastic bags, whatever you want to use. It definitely makes the process go by much quicker if you separate out your colors before you begin. You're also going to need ironing paper or parchment paper. This paper comes with most perler beads that you buy, but you can also just use plain old parchment paper if you don't have any. And you're also going to need an iron, of course, to finalize your creation. This is a super easy process. From this point, you're just going to want to look over at the pattern. It's handy to have it printed out or up on your phone, and you are just going to copy it. Every little circle, square thingy on there is going to be a bead. When I created this pattern, basically what I did was I took the image of a Minecraft sword from the game, and every pixel of the sword I made into a 3x3 square, 3 perler beads by 3 perler beads, that is. So basically, it's pretty easy to tweak this if you want to make your sword bigger or smaller. For example, if you want to make it larger, you can make the little squares 4x4s instead of 3x3s, and you'll see what I'm talking about as you look at the pattern. There's a bunch of little clusters of them, and they're all 3x3 squares. Be super careful when you're doing this not to bump into it or to have like a dog or a cat or anything around that'll bump into it. All the beads will knock over, and it's just a huge pain. So be very careful with your creation as you're working on it. So here you just see me putting down the beads. As you're working on the sword, or if you take a look at the template that I made, you will notice a pattern most likely. As you go along the sword, there's going to be a darker blue box in the middle surrounded by 2 lighter blue boxes, and it's pretty basic. You probably don't even need to look at the template at a point because it gets very easy to follow. You'll notice that I cut out some of the footage because it's pretty much very repetitive. You just are following the pattern beside you, so it's very easy to place down the beads. It's really easy and fun to do. As you can see here, I have all of the beads laid out, so my design is ready to be ironed. So now you're going to take your iron and you're going to heat it to the linen cotton setting, which is like a medium-high setting. You don't want it to be too hot, but you don't want it to be too cool. On my iron, it says linen cotton, but all irons are different. So just take a look at your iron and figure out which is like the medium-high heat setting. Here, I'm just taking off the two boards at the top because they're kind of just getting in the way at this point. And I am moving them to the bottom and the side of my sword to give myself a little more room when I'm ironing. Now you want to take your ironing paper and gently lay it over your project. Be very careful with this because you don't want to knock any of your beads over. Then you're going to take your iron and you're going to move it up and down the creation. It's best to move in small circles in each section of the sword for about 20 seconds each. Depending on how melted you want the beads to look, you'll go for more time if you want a more pixely, I guess, look, because then the holes won't show through on the beads. If you want the holes to show through, then don't iron as much, but make sure you iron enough because if you don't, then it'll get screwed up. Probably will notice that it's super duper hot, so you just want to let it sit there for a little bit and cool. It doesn't take very long, usually like 5 to 10, 15-ish minutes. It's not a long time. And you'll notice it's cool because the ironing paper, when it's hot, the beads will show through because they'll be sticking to the paper, but as it starts to cool, they kind of pop off of the paper, I guess, so paper kind of pops up a little bit and the beads are not stuck to it anymore, as you can see here. After that, you can gently peel the paper off and then you're going to flip your sword to the other side. You want to take your sword to a flat surface or put it on top of a book or something that's flat. So I've got this book here that I'm doing this on top of. Then you're just going to take your iron and do the exact same thing as you did on the other side. Try to get it as even as you can, but it's okay if it's not 100% even. Again, same thing, you're just going to let it cool for a bit and then you're going to peel the paper off. If you notice that your creation is kind of curved a certain way, mine didn't happen in this case, but in some cases I've had this happen to me. The best thing to do would just be to stick it under some books for a while and just let it press. After that, you are done! Now you have your very own Minecraft sword to slay zombies and creepers and skeletons and bad guys with. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave me feedback if you like this kind of thing. It helps me a lot when people tell me what they want to see from my channel, what they want more of. I do hope on beginning gameplay, let's play series as soon as I get all the recording equipment. I don't have the money for that right now. As soon as I do, I'm gonna buy it. I was also thinking of doing some more, I guess, geeky Perler bead tutorials. I also wanted to do a Halo energy sword, also a Perler bead companion cube. I made one in the past and it came out really freaking cool, but it was a gift for someone, so I don't have it anymore, unfortunately. But I would totally love to make another one for myself, and so I could do a tutorial on that. So leave me comments, let me know what you want to see, and subscribe, like, I guess, if you want. I would appreciate it. You don't have to, though. Thanks for watching. Bye! I don't even know if I'm sitting in the right spot, but whatever. Do I have anything else I need to say? I don't know. This Minecraft. I'll put a download link in the description of. I'll put a download link to the exact. These are super cheap. I got a. As you're working here, or if you're looking at the pattern, you may notice as you're working on your sword, or as you go along or look at the pattern. As you're working on your sword, or if you haha.